On to the political beat. This is a momentous week for the Orange Democratic Party leader Raila Odinga, as he will be making a big announcement Friday concerning his 2022 plans. The Orange Party has been making preparations for Friday's rally at Kasarani Stadium. Let's now bring in NTV's Kennedy Mureithi for more. Kennedy, good afternoon. How are things shaping up in the run-up to Raila Odinga's big announcement?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Julians, there in our Nairobi studios. And as you've asked, what are things shaping up? Just today, we've had two assignments from Raila Odinga. One of them, he met delegates from Jubilee and ODM with regards to putting up in place everything with regards to the 10th of December, that is this Friday. Then a few minutes ago, he has just officiated the moving from UDA of an aspirant from Kajiado who has come with his team with the promise that they want to work with him. Remember, this 2022 race is already being fashioned as a two-horse race. Yesterday, we also saw a number of people who were moving from Jubilee into UDA. So these are some of the realignments that we are likely to see. But one of the most important things that Raila has been looking at and is going to dominate most of this week is with regards to the Friday event. And we are joined by the Secretary General of the ODM party. One of the questions that I will rightly ask you is, Azimio la Umoja, is it a function to endorse Raila Odinga as a presidential aspirant for ODM, or is it a purely ODM assignment?
Thank you so much. It is not an ODM function. As you understand, Raila Odinga is an international leader. And as he has put it just now, that in fact he has been going around the country to ask the views of Kenyans on whether they would want him to continue in politics or not. And that in fact he's going to use this occasion to now give the answer back to Kenyans from all the feedback that he has gotten. I have had the privilege as the SG to be in many of those meetings. Many of the regions have endorsed him as their candidate, including where I come from in Western Kenya. So because I know Jacom is a man of the people and he listens to the will of the people, I don't expect any surprises. I expect that he will heed to the call of Kenyans to be their candidate in 2022.
Well, there have been questions that have been arisen, and this is with regards to what has been dominating the airwaves probably for the last 4 or 5 months, and this is the question of Jubilee and ODM. Is there a likelihood of cementing this relationship on this particular day? And I'm asking this, Julians, from the fact that a few minutes ago in this particular assignment, Raila Odinga was alluding to the fact that they are looking at 5 delegates of ODM and 5 delegates of Jubilee from each ward. Are we looking at cementing this relationship?
Yes, in fact, it is now common knowledge that everything that we are going to do going forward is going to be a joint effort between the two political parties. Just earlier this morning, Honorable Raila and the team was meeting with the leadership of Jubilee and the leadership of ODM in Nairobi County, and I know you were present. And this is to prepare the event so that it is something that we are doing together. So I believe that all the supporters of the president and all the supporters of Raila Odinga will be welcome and will be coming to Kasarani for this historic day. But even in the planning, the two parties are collaborating. Both the chairman and the women leader of Jubilee in Nairobi were present together with the chairman of ODM and the women leader in Nairobi and the youth leaders as well. So it is something that we have already resolved, that we are going to work together as the two political parties, and especially here in Nairobi. I think it is consensus that if the two political parties are working together, really all the seats will be available for our coalition.
Well, just a few days ago, Raila was in Nyeri and he was speaking to the fact that he's really looking for support from that particular region. Yes. One of the people who was even at that particular function was the governor for Nyeri. Yes. Yesterday, we saw that he went ahead to say that if indeed you want to follow the history of this country, you need to follow Raila Odinga. Yeah. But if you want to know where this country is going to, then you need to follow William Ruto. Do you believe that your efforts in Mount Kenya as a party and as selling ODM leader Raila Odinga are being hampered by William Ruto, who already seems ahead in that particular region?
First of all, it is something that we considered that in fact the deputy president had a head start in the region because he has been campaigning there for 8 years. We had taken the position that in fact we needed to allow the current government and the current president to deliver his promises to the people, and that in fact there would come a time when there would be opportunity for us to campaign. At Orange House, at Chungwa House, and as the SG of the party, our hearts in ODM are filled with gratitude for the people of Central Kenya. That in fact for the first time they have opened their ears, they have opened their hearts, and they are even opening their homes to us and to the message from party leader Raila Odinga. We have not stood anywhere to claim that we are now atop the mountaintop. In fact, just a single step taken within that particular region is a big plus for us. And this is why we are saying we must redouble our efforts there. It is not surprising that people around the deputy president don't want a discussion that involves the history of this country. They don't want to be reminded of the evil that they have actually visited on Kenyans. That in fact, many of the problems that Kenyans are facing right now, they are responsible largely for creating that environment. When the governor does not want to be reminded of all the evils that have actually faced Kenyans, there is a reason, because they know that in that amnesia, it is the only reason that Kenyans can elect Ruto is if there is collective amnesia of the person that he is and his history.
Well, yeah. Just to take it back to Julian's, how many people are you expecting on Friday at Kasarani?
Wow, it has been overwhelming. I wish Kasarani was bigger, but we have a capacity of about 60,000 people. But as it is right now, Muredi, we are overwhelmed by the number of requests of the people who want to come to Kasarani.
Thank you very much. Well, Julians, that is Secretary General of the ODM party, Edwin Sifuna, who agrees that they really want to get into the Mount Kenya region, but they do accept that William Ruto has a head start. But just by the mere fact that they're being open for and they're being welcome, then they look at it as a way of getting quite a sizable number of votes from that particular area. But right now, I take it back to you in studio.